Connie, we've just spent 2 hours listening to various Apple execs talk about all these wonderful new things that Apple's doing. We're here at the Worldwide Developers Conference. We heard a lot of things, but it seems to me that mostly we heard what we had expected to hear.
Going into this event, we expected that Tim Cook would be the keynote speaker. As you know, this is the first year Steve Jobs wasn't on stage. He's been there every year since he took over as CEO back in 1997. We expected new MacBooks, and they delivered those new MacBooks, updates to the MacBook Air, updates to the MacBook Pro, and then a new, very expensive MacBook Pro at the high end, which is kind of a curious choice at a time when the market is looking for lower price machines. They updated, as we expected, the Mac operating system and talked about what new features are in that. And then the big news was around iOS, the new operating system for their mobile devices, the iPhone and iPad. The reason that's key is that whenever they announce a new version of the iOS operating system, they follow up with new hardware. So what they told us is the new iOS operating system is going to come out in the fall, which means that's when you can expect the new iPhone, sometime in the fall.
Exactly.
And as you know, people are speculating September, October. We didn't get any more specific. We might over the next couple of months, but pretty much that's the time frame we should be looking at. And then within iOS 6, we had expected a new Maps application that would take on Google Maps. They delivered that. And we saw a lot of interesting new features around the Map app. Turn-by-turn navigation has been a big criticism of Google Maps, and Apple certainly delivered it to the wow of the crowd. Lots of nice, interesting little features, but nothing that anybody would say, oh my goodness, I didn't know what was going on, and they completely overwhelmed me. So in that way, another Worldwide Developers Conference, not high on the listing of uber surprise ones, but very serviceable. We'll see what the market thinks, though.
So you often get the just one more thing, the big surprise at the end. This time there was still speculation, although most people didn't think it would happen, that you'd get Apple television this time or some other big surprise. But there really wasn't. It kind of ended kind of flatly. There was no one more thing. Tim Cook thanked the crowd, and there was no big musical act. Occasionally, some years they've had trotted out some famous musician to talk when they were doing things about iTunes. Was there anything that they didn't do that people were expecting, or was it really a case of there was a laundry list of things they were supposed to do, they did them, no more, no less?
The big surprise would have been had they introduced the new iPhone hardware. That would certainly have gotten this crowd standing up and yelling. And ditto on Apple TV. There's been a lot of talk about the timing of when they might deliver Apple TV. If they announced it today, it would have frozen the market, waiting for Apple to deliver that, for everyone to wait and see what they were going to do. And when we talk to analysts, as you and I know, a lot of them say Apple's certainly working on it, but not quite ready there. Maybe 2013.